Hi, it's Daniel here from the National Painting and Decorating Institute, and I just wanted to talk to you a bit about our response to the COVID-19 pandemic crisis and what we're doing to help the industry. I'm sure it's been impacting you, and our hearts really go out to all the painters that might have lost their jobs, perhaps lost a lot of work, maybe even their business. But there is reason to have hope that in the future, once the pandemic is under control, we'll be able to recover from this crisis economically as well. But in the meantime, we need to obviously take steps to make sure that we're working safely. And that's the main point of the Painters Institute response to this crisis, is to help the industry learn how to work safely. Because this crisis and this pandemic is not just going to go away in a couple of months. It's not going to be business as usual for at least till the end of the year, or until they get a vaccine and they're able to inoculate most of the population. So we're going to have to get used to some pretty major changes in the way that we work. Here at the National Painting and Decorating Institute, our focus has been on safety, because this pandemic has the potential to infect thousands of people. In fact, it already has. And as we can see in other countries, it actually has at least about 30 times, it's 30 times more dangerous than the flu as far as mortality rates go. So we've been trying to help the industry learn how to work safely, how to protect your employees, how to protect your clients, how to protect yourself, and how to protect your family. Now, here in Australia, the construction industry has not been shut down, and we're expecting that it will remain open. Of course, anything can happen and it may change in the future, but if we follow safe work practices in regards to this pandemic, there's no reason why we can't keep working. And even if the economy does get shut down for a couple of months and none of us can work, eventually, if we look at what's happening in other countries such as China, where they've started to recover from the crisis, we see that industry is going back to work. So at some stage, we will be going back to work. But when that happens, it's not going to be business as usual. We're still going to have measures in place, control measures, to work safely. So this is something that we're going to have to get used to for some time to come. So that's why we've created a short course. It's completely online and it's free. Any person, any painter can go through the training for zero cost. It's all about infection control and control measures for the painting industry, but it also gives you an overview of what the pandemic's all about, and also things that you can do in your business to help your business survive. So business is all about trust. It doesn't matter whether we're in the midst of a pandemic or not. The reason why people hire you is usually because they trust you. So when we all start going back to work, or even now, if you still have a painting business that's getting work, it's going to come down to how much people trust your business. Do they trust it enough to allow you to come and work on their homes? Do they trust you and your employees enough to let you come and work on their project? Whether they're a builder, whether they're an insurance company, whether they're a private client, it all comes down to trust. So by doing the training, you can then not only prove to your customers that you have trained your employees, but you actually obviously are implementing what you've learned, but you're also helping your business, because then they're more likely to trust you. Now, the short course that we have created, we've done it in collaboration with experts in infection control. So the Australasian Infection Control Society have teamed up with us, Dr. Cameron Jones, who's a qualified environmental microbiologist, and Richard Anthony, who's also one of Australia's leading experts on infection control, helped us to create this course. So I'm not an expert on infection control or viruses, but these people are. And so the information in the course is being created by experts. It's based a lot on information from the World Health Organization, from the federal government, Department of Health. And it goes in detail on what you can do to keep your employees safe, to keep yourself safe, your family safe, and of course your clients safe. One of the things that the course looks at is creating or doing a risk assessment on your business and creating a safe work method statement. Now, a lot of people say, do we need to create a safe work method statement? Well, technically, no. There's only certain high-risk activities that you must create a safe work method statement for. However, Safe Work do say that safe work method statement is the best way to deal with any hazard. And this virus is classed as a biological hazard. So, by creating this document and working through it and together with your employees, you're thinking about how you're going to conduct your business operations safely and keep your employees safe and your clients safe. So it makes sense to do it this way. Now, usually safe work method statements are specific to every single job site. However, this pandemic affects every job site. So almost every job site is going to have a risk. And so what we're saying is we need to incorporate the principles from this safe work method statement into every single job. Doesn't matter where you're working, we need to follow these principles of hygiene and infection control. Included in the course is also a business checklist. The business checklist will help you to go through your business and make sure that your business is prepared and that you can deal with all the other issues that are going to be affecting your business. Now, we realise that there's no one organisation that can do everything for the industry. This issue is such a big issue. And so we're teamed up with other organisations that are doing excellent work for the painting industry, such as Aussie Painters Network. So Aussie Painters Network are providing some excellent business help to employers who need help and direction on what to do. And we really recommend that if you need some one-on-one business help, that you contact Aussie Painters Network. We're doing our bit for the industry. Nobody can do everything. And of course, there's other organisations that are also doing other things. So let's all work together. We need to work together to get through this crisis. We will come out of it on the other side as a stronger industry. It'll make us more professional. In the meantime, if you're suffering from anxiety, and a lot of people are, there's a lot of painters out there that are really worried. There's some very helpful websites that we're going to list below. One of them is Beyond Blue, obviously, if you've heard of that, and Mates in Construction. So there's professional people out there that are able to give you help. And all I can say, as someone who's a family man myself, is that we're all concerned about what's happening. Every country's different. Here in Australia, it looks like we're starting to get on top of controlling the spread of the infection. It's taken some really drastic measures, and I'm sure every country in the world is facing this. So we hope that we can help you. We hope that you find our course helpful. We're doing the best we can. The course will be regularly updated. If there's anything that needs to be changed, we can change it instantly. And if you ever need to log in and go through it again, you can at no cost. And at the end of the course, if you would like a certificate, we're just asking $39 for the certificate. You don't have to have a certificate. You can do the course at no cost. The reason why we charge for that is because that's how much it costs us to issue the certificate. So it's definitely not about money. We're a not-for-profit organisation. So please go through the course. We'll be putting regular updates into the download section, so you'll be able to download additional information in the future as things get updated. But on behalf of the National Painting and Decorating Institute, we wish you all the best during this crisis. Our training will be also free for most apprentices. So if you have an apprentice who's doing their apprenticeship through one of our partner colleges, they will have access to the course as well. So they'll be getting that information as well. All right, well, I'll see you later. And please, if you have any questions about the course, feel free to contact us through our website. All the best. Stay safe.